Hey everybody, today we are doing an oil change on my 2025 Ford Maverick Hybrid XLT. So let's go ahead and get started. For this oil change, you're going to need 5.7 quarts of synthetic motor oil. I'm using Mobil 1 here, Advanced Clean. I'm also using 5W30 because my climate is a very hot climate. In the wintertime, I do use a 020, but in the summertime, I do a 5W30. I'm also using the original Motorcraft filter. This is a FL910S. You got to make sure that the S is there. The S stands for the silicone valve, which is the anti-drain back valve that these filters have that keeps the oil filter full of oil when the car is off. Let's go ahead and go to the tools that you're going to need for this. Okay, tools needed. First of all, we're going to need an oil filter wrench or pliers of some sort. You will need a funnel unless your hands are just stupid steady, because the hole that this oil goes in is about the size of a $50, and swinging a gallon jug into there, I've never been able to do it without spilling something, so I normally use a funnel. You're going to need a torque wrench. The oil plug torques at 20 foot-pounds. You're going to need a ratchet, 15 millimeter or a 15 millimeter wrench of some sort to loosen the drain plug, and then the belly pan on these have a T30 on them. There's a bunch of them, so I use a drill with a T30 Torx bit on it, and it works fine. You can use a ratchet, but it's just going to take you a lot longer. But very minimal tools, and let's see you underneath the truck. So guys, remember safety if you're jacking up, to use jack stands and everything before you get underneath here. But first thing we are going to do is we have these T30s right here. There's 15 of them that go all the way around the perimeter of this pan right here. You do have a little hatch right here, but it's kind of hard to see because it's dark. Your drain plug's right there, so if you took the drain plug out, it would just hit this and make a huge mess. And plus you still have to get to the filter too. So we're gonna go ahead and take these T30s off all the way around and get this pan off. All right, so after we got the pan off right here, we have our drain plug. It's a 15 millimeter, and see if I can get it off one-handed here. I have my drain pan underneath there. Make sure that whatever you're draining this in, you can get the oil to a safe, environmentally friendly place. So you're going to that there. I'm going to let this drain out till it's a dribble. And then our oil filter is on the front of the pan right here. It's black, it's hard to see. But I'm going to go ahead and get a filter wrench and get that going while the oil is draining. So before I install the new filter, what I normally do is I take some oil and I fill this filter up with oil, and then I'm going to take a little clean oil and I'm going to run around this O-ring right here. And what this is going to do is it's not going to let the truck start up dry. So the oil goes, the filter goes vertically. Just make sure when you fill this up not to tilt it or it will leak out. But that's just a trick that I've always done since I've, been in this business, and it's supposed to be good for the engine not to start dry. So after the oil has drained out, do not forget, we are going to use our torque wrench, and we are going to torque this to 20 foot-pounds. Just like that. When that torque wrench gives away, we know we're at 20 foot-pounds. That'll make sure, this is an aluminum oil pan. It's kind of important to torque these correctly, because you can damage the pan or cause leaks if they are done incorrectly. Now we're moving to our oil filter here. We'll take our filter pliers and grabbing the old oil filter. You don't want to grab too hard, put a hole in the filter, make a mess. The most important thing about taking the filter off is making sure you got all the filter off. There's an O-ring back here that you need to make sure it doesn't stick to the block. And we're just going to let this drip. So again, checking to make sure that that O-ring isn't stuck. We're going to go ahead and put our Motorcraft filter on there. Maybe. There we go. Doing this left-handed. And we're just going to snug it up. You don't want it too tight, unless you Want to hate yourself next time you do your oil change. Just going to snug this up. Now all we have to do is I'm just going to wipe the drain plug in this area up, make sure we don't have any residual oil. Then we're going to put our belly pan back on and drop the car and fill it up with oil. So once we get the car back on the ground, we are going to go ahead and use our funnel and see how, what I was talking about. This is so small, like it's just going to be really hard to get that in without this funnel here. So I'm not going to bore y'all with me pouring oil in here, but make sure you're checking your coolant, your washer fluid, brake fluid while you're under here. You can check your air filter. They're supposed to change that every 30,000 miles. You can check your cabin air filters, 20,000 miles. And other than that, this is no different than any other oil change that I've ever done. Really easy, simple. The most difficult thing is just getting the pan off down there. And then we have to reset the oil light. Let me show you that. Okay, so I went ahead and crunk up the vehicle and just letting it, idle. I've checked it. There's no leaks, anything like that. You definitely want to double check your oil level with the dipstick and all that. So I'm inside the car. I'm going to go to my steering wheel controls here, and I'm going to press the little hamburger button here. And it's going to bring up my menu. And I'm going to go to vehicle maintenance, press the OK button. And it's going to come down to oil life, press the OK button. And then I'm going to hold the reset right here. I got 24%. I'm going to hold this until it goes to 100. Let off, then hit your back button right there. And you'll just go back to the main screen. And you're ready to go for another how many ever miles that you decide you need to change your oil. I actually, I do mine every 5,000. But, there's all kinds of arguments in the comments, I'm sure, on why that's right or wrong. So if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. And also I'm putting out more Maverick content, more hybrid content, and more general automotive maintenance and theory content soon. So thank you for joining me. See you next time on Auto Scholar with Mr. B.